This is Don't Fear Grit with Rob Taormina. Marketing strategies and advertising technologies to help you build a better business.
Hey guys, welcome back. And today we have a really special guest. We have a social media influencer from New York who is in the studio with us, and we're going to be talking about all of the trade secrets, right? Really, the trade secrets of working hard, the fact that this is an actual job, and she's going to give some perspective of this journey that she has been on of becoming an influencer and maybe even what's next. So welcome to our show, Heather.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for,
to be here.
yeah, definitely. Now, I was introduced to you through a mutual friend, and our mutual friend said you absolutely have to talk to Heather.
She's hysterical.
But I'm so glad that she did, because before the show we were prepping a little bit, and you really shared with me some amazing things. So why don't you give the show, this episode, some context and just introduce yourself. What's your name, what's your handle where people can find you, and specifically what's your niche?
Okay. So my blog page is heatherroseblog.com, and the same thing on Instagram. On Facebook, it's just Heather Rose. And my niche is that I find really good savings on everything. I never, ever, ever pay full price for anything. I either have a coupon code, or I find it on sale, or I wait for the sale. And that's a big thing with promotions for me. I find you fashion, beauty, electronics, toys, household stuff. I'm kind of a mix of everything.
Yeah.
I eventually would like to get into travel. More travel stuff.
Yeah.
We love to travel, and I do pay full price for those most of the time because our vacations are worth it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do every day.
Now that's incredible. So that's something that you didn't reveal to me earlier. That's amazing, because I think that's such a relatable part of just life. Like, I'm a dad, me, my wife, and my kids. Especially when I first got married, saving money was a big part of it. Mm-hmm. And I remember the days of, waiting for that Sunday paper to clip out all those coupons, because every 20 cents that you can save is a big deal. And that part of our life growing up, it translates to today. I think anytime that you can save $1, it's earning $1 long term. So that's incredible. Now, are you a mom?
I am. I have an 8-year-old. He just turned 8 this week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I actually have 3 9-year-olds. I have triplets.
Oh my God bless you. Holy
Thank you.
moly.
Isn't that crazy?
I can't imagine.
Yes, I always tell people, if I can handle triplets, I can do anything.
Yeah, that's absolute truth.
Yeah. Triplets, managing triplets definitely prepare you for a lot of stuff. But managing triplets also, forces us to have to be very cost conscious about things, because I'm not just buying one bicycle. I got to buy 3 bicycles.
Absolutely.
So if someone can present us options that enables us to save on the things that we actually have to buy anyway, that's huge.
Right.
And you have figured that out.
I have figured that out, and it's all online. You don't have to go to the store. I only promote deals that are online. So you can follow me in California, you can follow me in New York, you can be in Texas, wherever you are.
Yeah.
That price is that price. As of the time that I post it, prices do change pretty fast. So and quantities sell out. If you follow me, you'll see I do a lot of stories on Instagram where I post the deals with swipe up so that you can grab it right away. On Facebook, I have 2 groups. One's of fashion and beauty, specific just to that, because the guys in the home group don't want to see, if they're looking for bicycles, they don't want to see my fashion all day long.
Right.
So, and that's just a group of women, and they can post their pictures wearing stuff, and it's a small community that everybody feels very comfortable in. And then the bigger group where it's just general sales, groceries, bicycles, Christmas presents, the hot toys. Working on publishing this weekend 3 gift guides, one for men, one for women, and one for the kids. Like the top toys, they may not be the best prices, but they're the toys that you want to get now before they sell out, things like that.
Yeah. That's what you do. I think is so important. I think more people need to be aware of what you do, because everyone would love to be able to take advantage of a better price on something that they need, but the internet is massive, and curating the internet for what you need and finding the best deal is actually really hard. Especially leading into, let's say, Black Friday, when all right, I know that there are a lot of deals, but finding the deal that I need and that's best for me is so hard. But so you've literally been able to establish a community where you do all the curating, you do all the hard work for everyone, and you bring it in one place where people can see literally the best deal on that item.
And they click the link, and it's right there, and they buy it. And free shipping is a huge thing for me. So it may be $2 more, but if you paid $10 more over there, you got free shipping. So maybe you got to pay a couple bucks for shipping, but it's still the lowest price on the internet for that item at that time. That's the biggest thing. Prices change so fast. But it's fun. I love it. This is the first time I have a job that I wake up and I love what I'm doing. Like at 6 a.m., I check my phone and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's good sales today. I got to get up. I got to get out of bed. I want to post them. I stay up till like 1 a.m. preparing deals that are going to post at like 4, 5, 6 a.m. because I'm not up at that hour, but I know these deals are coming out and I know I want to catch those moms that are shopping before they get dressed and ready for work or whatever it is. So staggering the deals, so that everybody can see it when they want to see it, and figuring out, a coffee deal will sell better in the morning than it will at 8 o'clock at night. If I see a coffee pot, someone's like, darn, my coffee pot just broke this morning. They're going to notice that more in the morning. So just trying to figure out when to post these sales and who's seeing it. I do run every month a post in my Savings and Deals with Heather on Facebook group where, what are you looking for this month? Tell me what you're looking for. And I literally stalk that post. There's thousands of comments on it, but I'm stalking that post because I want to post what people want to see. I could find a million deals, but nobody wants a generator from Home Depot, but they want a bicycle this month. And they're kind of specific. Like, I want a 50-inch smart TV by these brands. And I'll stalk until I find that deal and then tag them, and it works out to my benefit, to their benefit.
Yeah. You're actually one of the most like high-end social media influencers that I've ever met. I'm going to be honest, because I've worked with a lot. I know a lot of social media influencers. I have a tremendous respect for all of them. As someone who owns a marketing agency, we've hired them to represent and be brand ambassadors. But it's very rare that I meet an influencer who really studies the market, studies the data, pays attention to all these things as much as you do. What I've seen is like most influencers, it's just like they take the easiest, the lowest hanging fruit. They'll take a picture of themselves and post it, and that's it. But you're more than that.
Right. I love fashion. I initially went to school for fashion apparel design and then morphed into interior design. So I've always had a love for fashion and beauty. But how much can I really talk about that on a day-to-day basis? And there are a million people out there doing that.
Yeah.
So I said, every day I'm looking for a deal on what I'm buying. So I incorporate both. There's fashion and beauty, but there's also everyday products, everything that you use in your daily life.
Yeah. You're representing, as far as the products that you represent, it seems like you're coming from the perspective of literally you. You're a mom, you're a wife.
Yes. And that's the biggest thing for me. You will never, ever see me promote a product that I don't either use, believe in, read reviews, and I know that it's good. You won't see me post something like that. Like it's so silly, but I don't believe in using Teflon pans. I think they're filled with chemicals. You'll never see me post a deal for Teflon pans. Now, if someone messages me and says, I'm really looking for I'll find them that deal, but I only post on my pages products that I use, believe in, have heard personal testimony that it's really, really great, or I've researched the crap out of it and it's great. I really believe in the products that I post. I won't post anything just because it's $2, but it could be junk. I'm not wasting. It's not worth it for me to take space on my page for something that everyone's going to complain about, and then you lose people's trust then. So I think it's important to market products that people really want to see.
So I would venture a guess that the community of people that follow you are probably like highly engaged people that really have a high trust factor in what you're doing, because you're also equally engaging them.
I am. And that's a big part of it, is commenting, responding, replying. I get millions of PMs a day, trying to keep up with those, but still searching for deals. And a lot of my followers now are amazing. They send me deals. I just got 3 deals this morning that they're like, oh, look at this deal, look at that deal, and they send me the links, and I'm like, I totally missed that one. That's so awesome. I love when they send me messages. Yeah. So it's constantly keeping up, and then trying to keep the comments at bay when people have negative experiences. Everything is not 100%. Everything with clothing isn't going to fit exactly like it fits me or it fits other people. So trying to keep the negative comments at bay, just because one person had a negative experience, doesn't mean everybody. And sometimes that'll ruin a post because people jump on and complain about something. So trying to keep those comments positive, keeping a positive group. Obviously, if you have had a bad experience, people have messaged me and I take it down and I'm like, I'm so sorry. We had an incident with that with Amazon with jackets. I found a great deal last year. Reviews were phenomenal, and probably 200 people bought the jackets and they never showed up. I don't ship for Amazon. I'm not the seller. I'm just finding these deals, and you have to contact Amazon. So sometimes things happen. I ordered Cascade dishwashing detergent just like the rest of my group last month, and none of our orders have showed up. I just got a refund. It was $10, so instead of $19 like it is at Costco, it was $10. It happens.
Yeah.
So that's the difficult part in this, that people sometimes get upset. I'm not the seller. I'm not the vendor.
Yeah.
I'm not Amazon.
Yeah. But for me though, your story makes it very real.
Right.
You're not just representing the product, you're also buying the products that
absolutely.
you're
Sometimes
recommending.
I find these deals just because I needed more dishwashing detergent, and I
Right.
was like, oh, I pay $19 at
Yes.
Costco, and maybe there's a $2 coupon, but it's $10 on Amazon,
Yeah.
and it comes to my door. I don't
Yeah.
have to leave. I mean, last night I posted a picture. It was the third time Amazon came to my house, and my front porch was covered in boxes.
my gosh.
I am them. I burn boxes in my fire pit in the backyard to hide the evidence, like from my husband before he comes home, So I am them. I'm very relatable in that sense.
Wow.
And I think that's really, really important in
Yes.
this market. Just posting a deal and throwing it up there and going $9 for this means nothing.
Right. Yeah. You're adding so much more value to the entire experience.
Right.
Good for you. That really is
It's hard
incredible.
work though. I'm literally on the computer till 1 a.m. I start at 5 or 6. It's like it's hard work. You have to just never give up on this job.
I mean, it sounds like a full-time job.
It is. It's a full-time and then some.
Right.
My son is. That's the only downside to it is my son will say, "Mommy, can you watch this and don't look at your phone?" And I feel bad, but it's like that's my business.
Yeah.
That's what pays our bills. That's
Absolutely.
what brings in a paycheck.
Yeah. That's incredible.
It's hard work. It
Honestly,
is.
wow. So like for the people who have maybe been watching the influencer market and they're like, man, I would love to be able to become an influencer myself. But what they're seeing is they're just seeing the glitz and the glam. They're just seeing the people taking their selfie and they're like, wow, these people are making a ton of money. What is your response to that?
It's hard work. If you commit to it and you put in the legwork, you can do it. You can go anywhere you put your mind to. It's how much work do you want to put into it. If you work 2 jobs, this has to be a side gig, a fun thing. It cannot be your full-time job.
Sure.
It's barely my full-time job. It's barely paying the bills, and I've been at this for 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of work, and
Yeah.
you have to kind of curate what you're gonna market.
Yes.
You can't market everything. I can't market
Yes.
tools from Home Depot
Yeah.
or generators, or I don't know how to talk about that. Car parts, I can't. But if you're really good at that, talk about that because that would be a perfect niche for you. There's
Yeah.
gonna be people who want to buy car parts on the internet
Yes.
at a discount,
Yes.
and they're gonna follow you. You have to curate it to not a million things.
Right.
I think.
Pick your niche.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
good advice. We actually talk about that all the time, is that pick your thing. Find your thing, stick
Right.
to it, learn everything about it,
Right.
and focus.
Right.
You'll benefit from it
Right.
long term. You said
And
you've been at this for how long?
2 years.
2 years. Now, when did you decide to go from I'm going to try it to well, I'm having some success, but you know what? Now this is going to be my full-time job.
Well, in the first year, I had failures. I got turned down by brands. I got turned down by Amazon. I was canceled by Amazon twice. And that actually, for me, just gave me fuel to keep going. And I'm not going to let Amazon cancel me. I'm going to make another account, and I'm going to do it right. And I'm, going to read through every fine print of their rules and make sure that I don't break any rules or I don't do things against code or whatever it was. And just in the literally Monday was my first day without a job, with a paycheck that
Wow.
I'm working for
Congratulations.
myself. Thank you.
So this is a big moment.
It is.
So
It's
maybe
huge.
this show is to celebrate.
Yes.
Oh, this transition. Wow, that's a big deal. I should have gotten you
it's
like a
big.
cake or something.
Yeah.
Wow,
it's
that's
a
a really, really big deal.
It's huge.
Because
It's huge.
the moment that you're experiencing right now is, I know, a moment that a lot of people are hoping to get to. It's either maybe they're at their 9 to 5 that they're looking to transition out of.
Right.
We've got a lot of people who have a lot of side hustles.
Right.
They're going through that all of that, and they're just waiting for that moment where they can transition. But you're proof. You're literally living proof.
If you work around the clock and you dedicate every minute of your day
Yeah.
and time, you can
Yeah.
achieve this. And some people achieve it easier than me. Listen,
Sure.
it comes natural.
Yes.
They got great deals from the beginning. This was hard work. This was really, really
Yeah.
hard work to get here. And I'm
Yeah.
still so nervous of the future, but
Yeah.
I know I'll just continue to give it my all and
Yes.
keep working. And reaching out to brands is a huge thing. They
Mm-hmm.
sometimes track you down, but reaching out to them, what's the worst you get is a no.
Yeah.
Try again.
Yeah.
Try again. I tried again with numerous companies, and sometimes it took me a year and a half to get where I needed to be.
Yeah.
And it changed the whole playing field for me.
Right. Wow, that's incredible. Now, I know you're saying, like, if you're willing to work around the clock 24/7, you can achieve this. listen, I believe in work ethic. You know, the premise of what we talk about here is do not fear grit. Don't fear that process of having to work, but also understand that you're working towards something. Right? So if you have a goal, you want financial independence. If you have a goal that I want to get out of my cubicle job and I want to have more freedom to do this stuff, well, that doesn't happen overnight, right?
No.
Right?
Definitely not. Not for me, at least.
Right, and that's probably what you're talking about.
Right, in any job I've ever worked, that's never happened overnight. No. It takes a long time. And there's a lot of no's on the way.
Yeah.
And you just have to not let that defeat you. You got to just keep going and use that as your fuel to say, I'm going to find the yes, and I'm going to find a path that works for me.
Right.
And I've tried different niches along the way that just weren't really, they didn't feel right. And so I kept working from there to find, you know, what really worked. Posting 9,000 deals a day doesn't work. People lose, you know, just trying to figure out what my followers want to see, who my followers are. That took a long time. Just figuring out, a lot of them are parents like me, and finding those right people, parents, grandparents, that kind of thing. So just find, you know, it takes time. It takes a long time.
Yeah, just be willing to go through that hard part, because it'll ultimately help you get there. Like, so here's the big question. You've been doing this for 2 years. You're saying that there's been a lot of work. You found a lot of ways not to do it, right? Has it been worth it so far?
Absolutely. I love waking up and doing what I do. I genuinely do. I say I've liked jobs before, but I love this job.
Yeah.
I love that when we travel, I can do it. I love when I'm not feeling well, I can do it.
Yeah.
But if I don't do it, I don't earn a paycheck. So I don't have a sick day that I can churn in at my job and say, I don't feel good today, I have the flu, and I'll use 2 of my sick days and I get paid. Well, if I'm not on and I'm not blogging and I'm not posting, I'm not getting paid. So you have to be committed that no matter where you are in the world, on your honeymoon, you might be posting, you know, this job never turns off.
That's a true statement though, across the board. Like whether you're an influencer or you're a plumber and you own a solo sort of practice, like across the board, if people who are business owners don't work, they don't get paid. That's why there's this misconception that we're trying to break, you know, which is, you know, that entrepreneur that you're seeing parked in, you know, taking a picture in front of a Ferrari, you know, that is not this lavish life that happens automatically by becoming a business owner.
And nobody hands this to you.
No.
You have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You can find help along the way. You can ask questions. You can take webinars and seminars and all of that stuff, but no one will hand this to you. You literally have to put the work in yourself. It's really a big commitment.
Yeah. Now, with your style of social influencing, you said that a lot of people are messaging you all the time. Like, are you really that accessible?
I am, unfortunately. I mean, I love it. I do. And I love making friendships with these people. And they're not just my followers. They're people who I've invested in now, you know, and I like that. I like having a community more than I'm just some lady posting sales on the internet. I like that I have a friendship and I get to know people and I get to know how old their kids are and when they're going to Disney that I should be looking for Disney deals, you know, things like that. I love knowing who my followers are. I love interacting with them.
I think, you know, something that's really special about your approach to social influencing is that you genuinely are actually helping people though. You're not just representing a product. You genuinely are helping people. You're saving someone money. You know, and something that I've learned, you know, is, you know, being a dad, being a husband, owning a business. You know what I've learned? I've learned that like saving an extra $100, saving $500 a month is a big deal.
It's huge.
It is huge.
Over the year.
Oh my gosh. And the fact that you're helping so many people do that, more than just connecting people with products, you're making a massive difference. And that's incredible.
And, you know, I have personal feedback from it. So I always post that. Half the time the pictures are my own personal photos that aren't all filtered and everything else. It's my kid at a table with his kiwi crate or something. You know, it's that kind of thing. And I have had brands send me products and I will not promote them because I think they're junk or I don't think that there's enough of a market for it or whatever it be. But there's times where I've sent products back or they don't want them back, but they've sent them to me and I can't market it because it's not who I am. I wouldn't buy that. I'm not going to tell somebody else to buy that. Even if it's $2 versus $10 or $20 or whatever it be. I'm not going to be that person. I would like to know that if I was following someone for this, that I would be able to trust that what they're putting out there is a good product.
So look at this, guys. We've found a social media influencer with integrity. That's amazing. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much for opening up and sharing your story. Now, for everyone that's watching this or listening to this on the podcast, where can they find you?
Instagram, it's Heather Rose Blog. And then my website, heatherroseblog.com. And then on Facebook, it's Savings and Deals with Heather, and also Fashion and Beauty Deals with Heather. They're both groups, so if you search the groups, you'll find me.
Yeah. And if there's a mom who's really identified with you and she's like looking for a specific item, would you encourage someone to reach out to you?
Absolutely. And I have posts, and I sometimes direct people to the post because I sometimes forget, like if I can't answer you right now because I'm on my way to the doctor, sometimes I'll forget because I got 10 more PMs in the meantime. But I always have those posts on both of my boards where they can comment and say what they're looking for this month, and they're month specific.
Yeah.
So right now it's November. I'm about to release one. What are your big ticket items that you're looking for Black Friday?
Yep.
So, and I want people to post there so that I can tag them. I can, post the deal. Sometimes someone wants something really unique that I can't post on the page because it's not going to move and it's going to take up space, and I don't want other deals to be missed. So I will message them back with the deal and say, hey, I found that deal that you were looking for.
Yeah.
It's 3 weeks later, but now's the best price.
Right, right.
So, and I take into fact everything: shipping cost, time, return policy has been huge. Amazon does 30 days. Walmart does 90. Walmart is price matching everything on Amazon. So if I can give my buyers 90 days to return something, if you change your mind or your kid isn't playing with LOLs anymore a week before Christmas, and you're like, you know what, I spent $200 on that castle, I don't want to give them that, you can still return it. If you ordered it in October on Amazon, you're stuck with that now.
That's a great
so
little tip.
Things like that. Like it's not just finding the best price, it's also considering return policies.
Yeah.
So.
Well, going into the holiday season, I know that like 80% of most people do all their sales between November and the end of December. So this makes you probably the most valuable person to everyone right now.
And this is like the absolute busiest time of the year for me. I am working around the clock, answering messages. If I hear my phone buzz at 1 a.m., I'm like, what do they need? Yeah,
that's
it's
incredible.
Fun. It's fun though. I genuinely love this.
So you're the human product search engine for people looking for deals.
This is where marketing is going.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're seeing brick and mortar stores close.
Yeah.
And everything is online. So the online, there is so much room for people like me in this market because this is how everybody wants to shop.
Yeah. You're doing all the homework and you're revealing all the best stuff. I love it.
Exactly.
So guys, honestly, now for all the moms, dads, anyone who's going to be shopping, forget just like entrepreneurship. This girl right here is going to help you guys save a lot more money, which is a big deal. Find her, Heather Rose, right?
heatherroseblog.com or heatherroseblog on Instagram.
There you go. Find her, follow her, use her, share her. Her stuff is amazing. She's a unique individual because she's a ton of integrity. You're brilliant at what you do. So I wish you all the best. So thanks for coming down. We're going to invite you back.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about more stuff.
Absolutely.
I think it'd be great. Guys, thanks for tuning in again for this episode of Don't Fear Grit. Remember, guys, don't fear the process. Don't fear grit. Set a goal. Work towards that goal. You'll hit it if you keep on working hard. Take care, guys.